right, friends of the 10,000 Call Project. Um, it's the big reveal. It's Friday. I mean, after last week and the amazing success we had, a follow up to that would be just unbelievable. I'd like to do it, but it wasn't as good. Certainly good though. So Monday. Wait a second, I didn't write Monday on there. Let me make sure that that's Monday. Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. So this would be Monday. All right. Monday the 16th, 42 calls made, 9 calls answered, 1 appointment booked, 1 appointment kept, 1 appointment canceled, and 1 application taken. So remember, those appointments booked and kept, they could have been booked. That's the day they were booked. So on Monday, I booked that appointment, but it could be booked out any number of days in advance. So don't necessarily get confused by appointments kept and appointments booked. Tuesday, 20 calls. It was a really tough day because I don't remember what I had going on Tuesday, but I had something that I don't know if I just had a bunch of appointments. I'm not really sure, but Tuesday was tough for me to get my calls in. I was really working hard to keep up with my commitment to you guys. So Tuesday the 17th, 20 calls made, 3 calls answered, 1 appointment booked, 3 appointments kept. So obviously I was busy that day with appointments. I met with 3 individuals. Uh, excuse me. 1 appointment canceled and 1 application taken. Wednesday. This is the day that I just buckled down and got through it all. 62 phone calls on Wednesday. 16 conversations, 16 conversations, 2 appointments booked, 1 appointment kept, 1 appointment canceled, no applications. Thursday, 43 calls made, 9 conversations, so 9 people answered, 2 appointments booked, 2 appointments kept, nothing canceled, no applications. Yesterday was a bit rough because our internet went down. So kept going up, down. And so I use a auto dialer, as I've told you guys, through a Tractify. Well, that's all fine and dandy unless your internet goes down. So it made it for a rough one. All right, today, final numbers, 35 calls today, 7 appointments, 7 people answered their phone conversations, 2 appointments booked. I had no appointments today, so nothing canceled, nothing kept, no applications today. So what's the total for the week? 202 calls for the week, 44 calls answered. Again, we're just running on that 20-25% range. Seems to be really consistent. 8 appointments booked, 7 appointments kept last week, and 3 canceled. So that means last week I had 10 appointments, and 7 of them I had, and 3 got canceled. 2 applications last week, and no losses, no agents leaving. So I don't know about you guys, but it's really positive. I can feel the momentum. I start most of my days with calls to people I've already spoken with. So most of them are kind of warm in the beginning. It's people I've spoken with that I'm following up with, that they asked me to call on this day or call me in a week or whatever the case may be. I called one lady, she was in the grocery store. So she asked me to call her back. I just got off the phone. This week's call on video I just did before I started this, and I think of my 3rd or 4th call, I booked an appointment. So she was picking up her parents. They had some medical. She was, transporting them for some medical appointments, and she booked an appointment with me. So, they don't all get immediately locked down right then and there, but I don't put them in here as an appointment booked until they actually schedule with me. So we've got 8 appointments we booked this week, not all of them, but the vast majority of those will be in next week. And last week we had 10 and we've met with 7. So yeah, we brought on 2 new agents. Incidentally, what I haven't shared with you is there's about roughly 20 in different stages of the application process. In other words, they've completed their application. They've got a placeholder with eXp Realty, which allows them to allows me to put people underneath them, and for a rev share perspective, even though they are active with eXp. So there's a lot of people that are in the pipeline. Next week is the last week of February. So it'll be the reveal of the circle on my app, which I will be sharing with you live. So the hardcore facts will be there. We know what the app said at the beginning of the month. I think it was 87 is what it said when we started February 1st. I think it said 84 January 1st, 87 February 1st. So we'll see what it says March 1st. Excited to share that with you all. But yeah, thanks for coming along. Please like, comment, share. I'd love to get some comments on these and questions. I did do, some people asked me if I would allow them to watch. So I did. I had them on my Zoom while I made the call so they could hear it. I had 2 guys from 2 different parts of the country. I've got somebody coming in Tuesday of next week from another firm who wanted to listen along. So, and I've got another gentleman who has requested it but hasn't actually locked down a date yet. So at least 4 people from doing this have reached out and participated in some respect. So anyway, wishing everybody a great week. I hope you had an incredibly successful week. I hope your organization is continuing to grow. And if you would like to talk further about this, feel free to give me a buzz, make a comment, share this, like it, whatever you do on YouTube. I would certainly appreciate it. Thanks.